So you and the author need to be really closely aligned with this piece of assessment. When it comes to this assessment, you want to provoke an emotional response in your audience. It's about positioning your audience to feel emotional about what you're covering. And the first step to being able to do this is developing that relationship with your base text. You need to be able to understand it. So read it not just once, but more than once if you can. And the original author must have done a good job of doing their piece of writing, because it would have been a well-recognized text in order to be selected as one of the texts for this task. So thinking about how you're going to link your task to that original piece of writing. How did they do it? What strategies did they use to make their piece effective? Was it the characters, the aesthetic features, the relationships? And you can choose these different aspects and think about how you can build on them, make them your own, and that sort of thing in your piece. So some key concepts. Every text has a key concept, and that's going to influence the emotional response that the audience feels by the end. And it's your job to bring that concept from the original text over to your own text. And keep in mind that it's not just you regurgitating the original text in a shortened kind of format. This is you springing from that original text to create something that's uniquely yours. It could be a key theme that you use to bring over to your own text. It could be the main character's personality, the setting, the cultural background of the piece. All of these elements can play a really big role in how audiences react, and choose one that produces an effect, a really clear kind of effect. Be strategic when you're making this choice. So it should be something significant from the original text that you can think about that develops that meaning in your text. But as I mentioned, don't just bring everything across. Some of it needs to be fully your own original work. So in terms of choosing your concept that you're going to take from the original text, think about your interests and your passions and things that resonate with you from that original text. Because it is a lot harder to write about things that you aren't interested in, that you aren't familiar with, or don't feel inspired by in any way. So be creative with things that you are interested in. And in line with this, the way that you choose to approach adapting the original text also should appeal to you. So don't set your piece in a historical kind of period that you aren't interested in. Don't choose a genre of creative writing that you aren't comfortable with. All of your decisions around this should be strategic to make it as easy for you to do as possible.